We would first like to thank the board of directors for taking the time out to meet with us. And without further ado, here's a greeting in your native Finnish. Hi, Ilta. And we are 61 consulting. First, I'd like to introduce the members of my team. This is Mr. Stason, Yang Lee, Bilal Gabo, Karina Khan, and Anthony Short. And I'm King Zhang. First, I'd like to go over the agenda that we have for you tonight. We're going to go over a brief history of your company, followed by key issues that we've identified, and then the SWOT analysis that contains both external and internal factors. Next, one an alternative, followed by our final recommendation, and then the implementation of that recommendation. And finally, we have projections for you if you chose to follow our recommendation. And finally, we'll open the floor to any questions that you might have. Nokia was founded in 1865 by Frederick Eidenstam and formally established in 1871. The company has adapted through several different industries, starting as a paper mill, before finally settling on to the cell phone industry. And adaptability is one of your core competencies that you've kept throughout the years. In the year 2000, your company was voted the 5th most valued global brand because of your core competency of making sleek-looking cell phones that can double as fashion accessories. And now I'd like to speak of the issues that we've identified. Nokia operates in both emerging and developed markets. In the emerging markets, we realize that there are a lot of different countries in which your company can expand into, and that of all those choices, it may be difficult to choose which one. We recommend that you expand into Latin America through Brazil, and we chose Brazil as a stepping stone because after extensive research, we found that it's an extremely volatile market and virtually untapped. In the emerging markets, we realize that your company has seen a declining market share in the past couple of years. We recommend that you strengthen your efforts in the U.S. by increasing marketing and research and development. And we chose the U.S. to start in because we feel that this geographic area is an area that your company has shown the most in. And I would now like to pass it off to Yia Lee to talk about the SWOT analysis.
Thank you, Kenny. And now I'm going to talk about the SWOT analysis for your company. Nokia, a global, highly recognized brand. The global reputation helped your company establish strong presence in both emerging and developed markets. Actually, your company can easily use the global reputation to generate profits. In fact, Nokia has already dominated in several emerging markets such as India and China. One biggest strength your company has is the most complex supply chain and the most efficient sourcing, logistics, manufacturing, and distribution than any other cell phone company in the world. However, we do know your company is transforming from an engineering-centered company to a consumer-centered company, which is more difficult than ever because it takes more efforts to catch up with the customer's trend and with customers' expectation in different markets. As for opportunities, there are several emerging markets for Nokia to enter, and as Kenny explained previously, we think Brazil will be the best emerging market for your company to expand further. Another opportunity for you is the focus on the developed market is usually on high-tech smartphones. And another opportunity for your company is to cater into the lower end of the developed market with your economic priced phones. We do, right now your company is facing strong competition both in emerging market and developed market. In developed market, you're competing with Apple and Research in Motion. And in emerging market, your company competing with LG, Samsung, and Sony Ericsson. When we are evaluating your current product portfolio, we realize there is a lacking of high-end mind-chain products that might help your company to compete in a more technology-oriented market. And also, we all know that there's a recession in the developed world, and it may cause consumers less likely to spend on luxury items such as smartphones. With the SWOT analysis being presented, we came up with several alternatives for your company to consider. Expand into Africa, increase product lines, and split into separate entities. The concern we have for expanding into to Africa is that we realized there's a lack of infrastructure in that region. And also, your company just moved from selling to distributor to selling to customer directly, which had raised the consumer bargaining power and with the competition already exists in that region. And also, we do believe Nokia have enough product lines, and we think it will be your best interest to add more valuable features on your current products instead of introducing new product lines. If Nokia do consider split into separate entities, the core competency will be totally neglected, and also there will be a waste of synergy that already exists within your company. And now I'm going to pass the presentation to my colleague Rachel to talk about the recommendation we have for your company.
Thank you, Ia. As Kenny has mentioned, we have two issues. We both have the emerging markets and the developed markets. Our recommendation for you is for the emerging markets to continue to focus your efforts in India and China by building upon your strengths, but even more to expand into Brazil, and which will expand into Latin America once we go into Brazil. Although we believe that the emerging markets are your strong points, we do believe that you should continue to innovate with R&D and work on your brand image in the U.S. We believe our recommendation also follows your mission statement. You believe that fusing advanced mobile technology with personalized services enable people to stay close to what matters to them. As Ia had mentioned earlier too in your SWOT analysis, India and China are your strengths. 20% of your worldwide revenue last year in 2008 was accounted for by the markets of India and China. Currently in 2009, in India you hold 60% market share, and in China you hold 40% market share. In both of these countries, you've been able to target small suburbs and small towns in order to create needed services. For example, above are the great projects, the successful ones that you have implemented in these countries. This is your know-how and your core competencies. For example, Nokia Life Tools. In India, you've been able to target agriculture, education, and entertainment for the Indian people. Specifically, entertainment has really helped those who love cricket, for example, to get text messages on their phone more about what they love, which is excellent. In India, for example, too, you have care centers. You have over 800 and 412 towns, and that is amazing.